Loves During Vietnam War is the title of the memory book that has many short stories telling about the patriotism, family loves and romantic loves of a South Vietnamese fighter pilot and his girlfriend, written by Huy Quang. The first unsent letter. My love, everything happened all of a sudden. It was so unexpected that on my departure I could not come to see you and say goodbye. However, I rather said goodbye when I did not know what was going to happen to our future. This morning my flight team was assigned a mission and a target was located somewhere in the city of Saigon. At first, I thought I heard it wrong, so I wanted to make sure to check again with the situation and operation room, where an officer in charge said that target was correct. I unfolded a map and marked down the coordinates while I was so confused and was not sure what I would do. In the military, orders are very important to every serviceman to carry out. If we do not obey them, we will be punished to a maximum sentence according to military disciplines. How could I carry out an attack mission on a target in the city where we live? We have had so many loving memories in Saigon, haven't we? I still remember the first time I met you while you were waiting for a transportation to get home. You were shy and your fingers gently caressed the front flap of your white áo dai, Vietnamese long garment, which is the uniform of garment for schoolgirls of Gia Long High School. At that moment, my face seemed to have a pretty thick skin, because instead of coming to the school office to ask for information, I asked you to take me to a math class where the teacher is a friend of mine. Anyway, after that you and I became friends. Speaking of my mission, after a few seconds of hesitation, I went to get a helmet and a parachute. Accompanied with my wingman, we flew toward the assigned target. After about 10 minutes, the control tower ordered us to abort the mission and come back to our air base because the President Duong Van Minh just announced a surrender. I was so shocked when I heard that. With a normal reaction, I steered the control stick to change the flight direction 180 degrees and wondered what I had to do next. My anger was hiding, however I strongly felt a desire to lead my flying team down to the ocean and dive into the deep waters like the Japanese kamikaze pilots who did that after their emperor announced a surrender to Allied forces in the World War II. In the previous months, although the enemies overpowered many areas over 4 military regions, I had not expected that our military forces and our people had to suffer such a tragic situation. I still remember a few days ago that I accompanied my squadron commanding officers to meet Major General Nguyen Coa Nam and listen to his preliminary presentation on strategies of standing firm to defend the 4th military region. Looking so anxious but with self-confidence, General Nam showed us critical points on a military map where a number of solid underground bunkers, observation posts around the military bases and many tanks equipped with big guns were ready to attack the enemies. I looked at him with respect and I wanted to tell him, "Do not worry, General. We are fighter pilots who will stand by you to fight the enemies until the last breath." Recently our squadron had to strategically evacuate several times, from Phu Cat Air Base to Gia Trang, Phan Rang, Tan Son Nhut and lastly Binh Thuy Air Base of Can Tho City. Wherever we were, we always believed that the courageous spirit and superior combating experience of servicemen in the Army Republic of Vietnam could destroy any invasion of enemies. Now I reluctantly led my flight team to a free zone to safely drop unused bombs and changed the flying course to U Tap Ao Air Base in Thailand. I felt painful in saying farewell to our dear Binh Thuy Air Base, where I had had many memories since my coming home after completing military flight trainings in America. On those days I was trained well by senior pilots to defend our national airspaces. After intensive moments of flying across the airspace of Cambodia, a small trace of the runway of U Tap Ao Air Base slowly appeared before my eyes. I no longer had any cheerful feeling as I did before when I flew back to the air base after accomplishing my previous missions. I felt so sad because this time was my last landing. My flying career of a fighter pilot was ended with unfinished duties of defending the airspace of my country. My love, tonight I lay down on a map stretching over a green grass next to the runway. I look up to the night sky seeing the blinking stars and do not know what will happen to my future. I fell asleep unconsciously and had a dream. In that dream, I flew in a formation demonstration over an honorable stage on a military parade of National Feast Day, among cheering sounds of the people, and there you were waving at me. Written by Huy Quang.